What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Imperfect Action Show. On today's episode, we're gonna be talking about. Bro, it is Thanksgiving technically, and I'm on live, and it is YouTube, and we are broadcasting on LinkedIn, and we also broadcasting on Twitter right now. But you know what it is, man. You know what it is. Like I said, it's the Imperfect Action Show. Today's episode, we're gonna be talking about why webinars can drive business, why you may want to incorporate a webinar into your business. And there's my guy right there. Shout out.
What's going on? What's popping?
What's up, bro? I think you should edit your name, bro, so they can follow you on Instagram, bro.
Yeah, let's go
You know what I'm
ahead.
saying?
Let's go ahead. Let's
When
go
we get
ahead.
that going real quick.
All right.
What I'm gonna do for the people is I am going to let me see. I'm gonna send a link right now so you can hop on. Send it out to my send it out to my community. I am going to literally email this out as well in real time so people know it's real. We are live on and popping. That was my guy Tulu. He's gonna come back in a second. Excuse me, let you guys know all about who he is and what he does. There he is, right
What's
there, bro. What's
popping?
there?
Man. I done stuffed cornbread, turkey, lamb chops, mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts, man. Like watching a World Cup. I've been watching the New York Giants versus Dallas Cowboys, man. It's been
Yo,
lit.
you doing it? You doing a real Thanksgiving right now? That's all Thanksgiving vibes right there.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bro, I'm kind of Swayze right now. I'm feeling super right now, brother. Like, we might have, but I saw Brandon was in go mode. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling the energy. Energy is contagious. I was like, let's get it.
Energy is contagious, bro. I mean, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of like low key bullying you a little bit. You know what I'm
Let's get it,
saying?
man.
You
Yo,
know what I'm saying? It was like,
if you bullying me to be greater than I
yeah,
am right now, let's get it.
uh-huh. It's like a low key bully. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, this is my guy right here. We was gonna make it happen anyway. But I'm definitely of the mindset where it's like, you know, if I put it out there, I want to perform. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, whether it's one person, 50 people, 100 people, whether it's like, yo, I'm gonna go get the car wash today, or whatever the case may be. If I
Yeah.
put it out there, I just want to make sure I'm always becoming and showing up as a person that I'm projecting out there in the marketplace. So, you
And
know
I think first
that's
of
what we
all,
got
man,
going.
everybody that's listening, everybody that's tuned in, all the future listeners, you got to give Brandon his flowers, man. You got to guys give him his treasure because he's out here literally pouring gems into you guys like every day. We all see it from the Tesla talks to the podcast interviews to the gems about how to run your podcast and how to level it up. And there's so much momentum and energy he's pouring into y'all. So, man, Brandon, that's a huge shout out to you, bro.
Yo, man, I appreciate it, bro. And I'm definitely Brandy. What's up? Appreciate you. Definitely inspired by all you do. I think, you know, our first phone call went like an hour. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I already know everything that you got popping off. You know, you already got that support. Whatever you need, just always just let me know. Um, and you know, I stay learning. I stay learning, bro. I stay
Let's
learning
get
from
it.
you. You know what I'm saying? You
Let's
know what
get
it
it.
is. So today, what we want to do real quick for the people, and I just want you guys to understand something right here. Uh, this is heavy game. Just because it's Thanksgiving, we ain't gonna take it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's probably gonna be 30 minutes or so. So, you know, it's gonna be nice and bite sized and stuff like that. And as you know how we do on the Imperfect Action Show, it's live Q&A. So drop your questions in the chat. You know what it is. But we are going to give you heavy gems. So today's topic is why webinars can drive business and why you
Mm.
may be considering creating a webinar so you could do what you need to do.
Yes.
And we may expand on this on you know on a future episode, but I definitely want to plant the seed. Candace was good. Happy holidays. I definitely want to plant the seed as this is something that you guys should consider to think about if you don't already have one, bro. So my
Exactly.
guy, Tulu, explain to the people why you know webinars can be a valuable. I'm gonna just say weapon. It can be a valuable weapon.
It's one of the greatest tools that you have in your arsenal as a business owner. And I want you to think about what it means to be a business owner, right? You're trying to deliver value to people and get paid for your value. So with a webinar, the main thing that makes it so valuable is the fact that there's no limit to the amount of people that can be in the room.
Mm.
So you are serving not just one-on-one, but you can serve 1 to 10, 1 to 100, 1 to 1,000, 1 to a million, right? People in that room. So what happens if you have people that are listening to you, engaging with you? You know what I'm saying? Like you building a relationship with them. And then at the end, you're like, here are the next steps. You know, either a call to action or, you know, follow me on here or repost this. But the main reason why you should be using webinars is because of leverage. It
Mm.
allows you to multiply your efforts. Yes, if you get somebody on a phone call that say they're interested in your program or service, certain business owners, depending on what they're selling, will get on that phone call. But imagine if I tell you you can have 100 people. And one thing I found out, there used to be things called what they call them telemarketers. So what they would do is that they would get like 100 plus people, hundreds of people on the phone, and then they will be doing a audio webinar over the phone with these people. So now it's transitioned to video, but the main thing is leverage, the ability to quickly build a brand, a relationship with 1 to hundreds of people, to connect, to get all of them to carry out some kind of action that's going to deliver value to them and value to your business.
Yo, I think a couple things is crazy, right? So the first thing you said was back in the day, right? How they used to have basically I guess it was like a telesales, right? Basically
Yep.
telesales where it is a webinar, but it was literally just audio. So you would have your phone open and like
Mm-hmm.
it would just be the audio going crazy for 30 minutes, 60
There
minutes, an
you go.
hour. Can you imagine being on the phone for an hour with no visual stimulation and you're locked into the audio, learning something in real time that you can implement? But that was the stage they were setting. So now it's that stage, but you get the virtual in the video element.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could be a slideshow, it could be a presentation, it could be somebody actually performing. And then what you get out of that, like you said, you get a lot of value, a lot of gems, you get to learn something. If honestly, yes, I agree. At the end of it, you can definitely take advantage and go to the next steps. But I think if you're someone that's into learning and someone that's savvy, I think one of the biggest cheat codes right now is literally finding someone in the categories that you want to learn that
Mm.
are hosting webinars, whether live or automated, and watching, registering, and attending those webinars. And if you're like a do-it-yourselfer, someone that's going to put things together, you can literally get a blueprint. You can outline it, make your own step-by-step steps, and then literally go do it on your own.
What was that song? You can do anything you want, niggas.
Yo, I think, Brandon from NC was good. Brandy's in the
What's
OC.
good,
Candace, I don't know
Brandon?
where you at. What's up,
Yeah,
y'all?
what's
Thanks
good,
for pulling
Candace?
up. I'm with my guy Tula. We're talking about the value of webinars and how you can use it to accelerate your business, and
Yes.
how it's a great weapon to get people to grow their KLT, to know, like, trust. And then at the end of that, you can actually accelerate their opportunity to work with you, or have them take you up on whatever offer you're having available. And if you're on the offense, you can actually attend these things, collect a
Mm.
lot of data in a space, or with some information that you actually want to learn from yourself, and start piecing it together. Because a lot of these webinars, they're giving you the sauce.
They
You know what
are.
I'm saying? They give you heavy sauce and heavy game. Maybe a couple of pieces there. I wouldn't say omitting, but there might be a couple of pieces that you may need to go to the next level for. But you're
Yeah.
definitely gonna get the framework.
Yeah. And whenever you're giving a webinar, there's like a art and a science behind it, because you want to get people excited, but you
Mm,
still want to give them gems. You don't want to teach too much. If you look at our generation, you look at people nowadays, people don't want to be taught too much, because they'll kind of like tune out, they'll zone out. So it's like hype. You gotta bring that hype energy and get them ecstatic, get them excited. And that's why, like, one of the big things with webinars is your energy. Is the energy. Like, you come
Yeah.
into that room and you got momentum. You can't go to no webinar. Imagine you go to a webinar, Brandon, tomorrow, and they're like, "Hey guys, you know, I think this thing might be good for you, and you know, it's worth my business." You gonna be like, "I'm in the wrong place,"
Facts.
and
Facts.
it's just one of those things whereby when you show up with conviction, and the
Mm,
people who can usually show up with the most conviction are the ones that have poured blood, sweat, and tears into their product, into their
facts.
program, refining it over the years. I remember I had one client. She did a webinar. I mean, she had booked calls, and she was like, "These people must be crazy. This is the best offer in the world. That I cut somebody. I'll let it be known." Black woman from St. Louis, and she was like, "Totally, you're gonna have to put together a sales team because I can't get these motherfuckers. They don't know. I put my life in like you gotta have that kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this ain't just something you started yesterday. This is something that you've been at, and you pour life energy into it, and you pour time and attention trying to make it better and better."
I would agree with that, man. And to your point, um, you can have a webinar or a presentation, and then you can look that you put together. There might be 50 slides, 100 slides, whatever. And then you can take an objective look at that after doing it 20, 30, 40, 100 times or whatever. Oh, I can make this better. People are reacting this way. Oh, my performance of it, my execution of it can be better. I can position them or move them into a space to do or react to get certain engagement earlier or throughout the entire thing. Like, you can definitely improve it. And again, like, it's one of those spots where it's almost like you're compressing multiple days into one session, and your ability to do that on a high level will allow people to grow to know, like, trust. And if you can get the know, like, trust to grow fast as possible, then you can get those sales. So
Yeah,
what Tulu's saying is, like, being on it and really bringing, like, the fire, and really having the energy, and really, like, giving away the sauce, and really being in the in a serving position. You could really execute with this tool. And again, like, it's like, if you were going to have a live event,
mm-hmm.
it's going to take a couple of things. You got to get a venue. You got to pay for the venue. There's production. There's this. There's that. You may need to have food. Whatever.
Yeah,
You could be at the crib,
yeah,
learn some marketing strategies, some techniques,
yeah,
do some affiliate marketing, some collaborations. Get 20, 40, 50, 100, 200, 1,000 people in a room. Do the same presentation as if you was doing it with one person in your room or in your living room, in the chair that's comfortable for you, with your beverage of choice, and then you just going crazy, and you literally can make 4 figures, 5 figures, even 6 figures in anywhere from an hour to 3-4 hours,
yeah.
depending on how
We've
you
had
design
people
this thing,
make 30,000, 50,000, 70,000 just from one webinar.
just from one
And
webinar.
I tell people another big thing is let your story out.
Yeah,
You
facts.
were divorced,
Yeah,
you was raped, something was assaulted, you lost the first business, you filed bankruptcy. Like, tell us that stuff that you normally don't tell people. And the reason why is because that's what's going to hit people the hardest. Like, I'll
yeah,
tell my clients, I'll be like, that's not good enough. I need something deeper.
yeah, facts.
Because when we're writing the SMS sequence and we're writing the email sequence and we're designing the presentation, I want that emotion to be so raw and uncut that it immediately resonates with the audience at a high level, because nowadays we're getting hit with so much information
Yeah,
from everywhere that when we see and hear a real story, it still connects with us at a
facts.
really deep place.
Yo, so listen, let's set the room real quick. If you're just popping on, I appreciate you. It is Thanksgiving. You could be anywhere in the world doing anything, but you're here rocking with us for the 15 to 20 minutes. And with my guy Tulu, and we're talking about why webinars can drive business and why they can be successful. Shout out to Chandra for just popping on.
Hey,
If you guys have webinars, I know Chandra has one. We're actually working on hers together. But if you guys have webinars, drop a Webby in the chat. Drop a Webby in the chat. If you
yeah.
do not have a webinar, drop a number 1 in the chat, right? So T, what are some of the elements of a webinar? Like, what are the different, like what are the sections? What are the sections that everyone needs to make sure that they have?
The first one of the important ones is your story. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what have you gone through? Like, and why does that matter to the audience that you're talking to? Man, your story is so important. The other thing is, why you? Why should we listen? Why should we listen to you? Why should we pay attention to you? What makes you an authority on this? Right? What show us your certification, show us your testimonials.
Yeah, facts.
Who have you worked like? I want you to tell me about you in such a way that I say, okay, I don't have to go anywhere else. I don't have to think, because this person is such an authority. They're such a master at what it is that they do, that I can just give them my money and be relaxed that I know I'm going to get a great result. The other thing is your offer. Woo-wee. People don't know how to do this. People, if you don't have a really great offer, you really have to be careful, because your offer is what's going to literally separate you from not having a single sale to having multiple 6 figures, just being able to scale. And guys, I want you to think about this. Every single day we're being offered something. You're being offered a commercial, somebody wants you to come on their live, somebody wants you to buy something, somebody wants you to talk to them for something, right? So when you think about an offer, what is it that you can give your audience that they would be like, if I don't get this thing right now, I'm shooting myself in the foot. Like, I'm going backwards in time. Yeah. And I would say another thing when it comes to presentations is the flow.
Like heavy.
Yeah, the flow. And I tell my clients, we try to design their presentations so that even as time is going on, we want that energy to ascend. I don't want it to descend. You want it to drop, I want, because there's supposed to be conviction. People can feel when you talk to somebody that's got conviction. Woo! You feel it, like, versus, and that's what's happening. People are jumping on webinars and they're giving these presentations for things they don't understand. They don't understand their flow. Yep. They spent money. They're confused. So they get on the webinar and they talk to a whole bunch of other people, right? The cold audience nowadays are more convicted that, oh, this is just another webinar. So you really got to come and bring your A game.
Yo, so bro, but what if you're on the webinar and they be like, this ain't just another webinar? You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm telling you guys that in real time, because I definitely say that in the beginning, but I'm saying that in the beginning of my webinars because it's my joint really in another joint. Like in my webinars, I know, T can probably empathize with that. You're gonna come to my joint, you're gonna leave being able to do something. That's so right. Even if you don't take me up on that offer, which is, it's up to you. You make the decision. I'm gonna give you a heavy game. That's why I said earlier that if you pull up to enough webinars with the right mindset, you can actually learn the different things you want to do in the relevant categories. If you go into like the top 10 people that are in that space to learn that information, you can grab those gems and formulate it for yourself if you're a do-it-yourselfer. But I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna light you up. I'm gonna light you up. So you're gonna get emotion. You're gonna get inflection. You're gonna get actual. Damn, he literally just gave me some steps. I can leave here and I can do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think is gonna separate you in your webinar. If you care enough to solve a problem in real time, and you can solve that problem during that time that you spend with them, and that problem is not dictated upon them giving you funds or not, then I think that's where you should really be positioned. You shouldn't really care like, oh, I can't give this because it has to be behind the paywall. So I'm gonna just give them enough that they have to pay, and then I'm gonna win. Nah, you gotta be in the position of serving all the time. And if you serve, the ones that are gonna be for you are gonna be for you. And the ones that can benefit off of you serving, they're gonna come back around in another capacity. Because what if you help somebody? Like, what if I come to T's Webby?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I just grabbed the game. I'm gonna kick this off, but I got so much value, and I knew who I got it from that I know. Okay, I got some referrals.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just send them through. And let's say I sent those referrals through, and he made a 20-30 bag.
Yep.
But it was because he was giving so much value in the Webby, it came back in another manner. So that's where you guys gotta be. You always gotta be in a position of serving. If you guys got any questions, just drop them in the chat. I see Brandon, you know, Nubian and Brandy, they don't got Webbies. These are definitely something that you guys can incorporate in your businesses right now. If you're at that position that you're looking to teach what you do and then package that up and then sell that, because you may not be in that position as well, which is fine. But this is just a tool that you can have in your back pocket when you're ready to launch it in 2023, which is definitely something that you should be looking at.
Come on,
we got about 9-10 minutes left in the live. So if you guys got questions, drop them in the chat.
Yeah.
Drop them in the chat. We're trying to heavily serve and heavily give with the time that we have available. This is the Imperfect Action Show, and also for you guys, I'm gonna drop it right there. Right. So we got the Action Takers community. If you are looking for more accountability, it's really one of the best areas that you can take advantage from to get weekly marketing strategy, access to weekly coaching from guest coaches. Have some accountability, be part of an amazing group. Be part of the book club and all of that. Only $99 a month. If you're interested, text that number 213-410-4920. Text me the word action. And it's Black Friday, bro. So maybe, you can get in for $49 a month your first month. Who knows?
Exactly. And man, tell us, Brandon. First of all, everybody that's in here that's not tapped in with the community, y'all make sure y'all tap in ASAP, because look, it's you're gonna go further. You're gonna go so much more faster when you surrounded with the right type of people. Like, I don't know how many people, Brandon, you've interviewed. I probably interviewed close to 200, and everybody says this. They wish if they could go back in time, they had a mentor. They wish they had coaching.
Facts.
So everybody that's on here, coaching and mentorship is always going to put you in a different altitude. It's always going to put you in a different dimension, because you begin to absorb the energy of people that have navigated through the difficulties of entrepreneurship. So you begin to see entrepreneurship differently. And I always tell people, now I've started seeing it, it's like, try to think to yourself, why do they think that way about their business and about their life, and about why do they move that? What's the reasoning behind it? Like, you need to understand people's reasoning behind what they do in the business. But you should be looking at the top individuals and then being in communities like this so that you can break that down, instead of you trying to figure it out from yourself and you new to business.
Oh, listen, y'all. Let me just drop in the chat real quick. What questions do you have? And then to jump on with T saying, listen, if I want to learn something and there's someone in a space that has an information that I want to learn, now you can 100% go to YouTube, grab the data. You could be a do-it-yourselfer. There's nothing wrong with that. You can go to this person's website or go to their Instagram, TikTok, whatever, link in the bio, see if they got any programs, products, see if they're going to be speaking near you, see if there's any conferences, webinars, whatever. You can take it to that level, right? You move at a different pace. Maybe there's an opportunity that you can pay this person in the form of a mentorship, in the form of a coach, and in the form of a program over a certain amount of time, and you can accelerate your learning and your implementation. I would pay for that over and over and over, because, and I've done that, because I want to move faster, and I realize the value isn't necessarily in the money. The value is right
Your
here.
mind.
So if you can pour into your mind, it is not a question of should I learn or should I spend. You know what I'm saying? Like I would spend every time to learn, or again, you can still spend, but you'll be spending time if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you're willing to search and research all the information and then follow through. But if you're looking to expedite, your journey, then 100%, that investing in yourself is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. There's I think the people who and investing in yourself, one thing you will come and realize, you're spending money to change the way you think about the way you think.
That's heavy, bro. Let me tap that in here. You're spending money to change the way you think about the way you think.
Yeah. The way a billionaire thinks is so different from how your average person who works a 9 to 5 think. Why is it that you think the billionaire is so protective about their time? It's impossible. You can't just walk into Warren Buffett's office tomorrow and pull up a chicken sandwich and be like, yo, you know what? Tell me about, 5 years. You know, their time is extremely guarded, but the way they think about business and about life too as well is really, really interesting. Like I've been listening to a lot of just how the billionaires think over the last couple of weeks, and Elon Musk and these guys, they think about time differently. They're like, how do I use other people's time to achieve this goal? How do I use the least amount of resources to achieve the most valuable impact? And it's something that is not easy to understand. Like if you never come across that, you've never seen that. Like the first, you're gonna say, what they talking about? But as time, that's why you need to hang around them, and that's why you need to make these investments, because the way you think is why you are where you are today.
Facts. That's heavy, bro.
Simple as
So
it is.
if we could give something to the people with the time we got left, what are some of these billionaires that you've been listening to? So if they want to jump on YouTube and maybe do the same thing, so why don't you drop maybe like two or three that they're tapping into? Maybe drop like a book or something that you feel like would be a good resource for the people.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on Naval Ramkisset, and he's the co-founder of Angels List, which is a venture capital backing for
Yep.
startups. But that might be a little bit too over people's head. So Elon Musk, I've been watching a lot of Elon Musk. I've been watching a lot of Mark Cuban, who everybody should know him from Shark Tank. I've been watching a lot of David Geffen, who is the record label owner that did John Lennon and some of like the best like acts that we've seen. Um, yeah, yeah. So those are some of the ones I've been tapped into.
And then what's like a book or something that inspired you, or something that you go to, something that you feel like people should tap into?
I use Blinkist. Blinkist is
Blinkist is nice.
yes, yes. It's an app that literally takes a book and then it condenses it into like a 15-minute audiobook. And man, what is a book as of recent that really like hit me hard? Um that's a good question. I wouldn't even say there's one. I would say if I could, the Bible.
Okay, the Bible's heavy.
Yeah, yeah, just the knowledge in the Bible. But
Yeah,
if I was to do,
there's a lot of business lessons in the Bible for sure.
oh man, big time. But if I was to go like general to like real broad, and I think back through the entire year, the Slight Edge
Yeah,
was a
I got
really
that
good
too,
one.
Slight Edge.
Yeah, yeah. The
All right,
power
so
of the
I'm
habit.
gonna give you guys mines real quick.
Let's get
Uh,
it.
so for the books, I would say honestly, 2023. I'm gonna give y'all two books I feel like should be valuable. Right, number one, I would say YouTube Secrets.
Mm.
I feel like everyone should be building out a YouTube channel. That's just my personal thought on the
No,
process. So I
that's not
think
what's the goal right there.
so
Build
I
out a
think
YouTube
YouTube
channel.
Secrets, the second edition, and that's Sean Cano and the Think Media people. So YouTube Secrets is a great book. Another book I think people should get on is it's actually sitting over there right now. I'm trying to remember the whole title. Hold on one second. Let
And
me
then Brandon, can we break down why it's so important for people to build their YouTube channel? The Naval guy I was talking about earlier, he broke down Mr. Beast. He was like, Mr. Beast is compounding attention. He has so much attention on him. Somebody earlier this year offered Mr. Beast $1 billion to go buy out his brand and everything. And they was like, Patrick Bet David sat down with Mr. Beast and was like, okay, let's calculate some numbers. And he was like, actually, your brand is more worth $10 billion and up. But Brandon, drop game on the people. Like, what's the importance of them building their YouTube channel?
Yep, I'm gonna do that right now, and I'm gonna write this book. I'm gonna tell y'all this book because if I don't tell you now, I'm probably gonna forget.
Let's get it.
So, Profit First, great book on how you should be setting up your business accounts and get ready for taxes and stuff like that. YouTube Secrets of Profit First. Okay, this is just my personal opinion on why you should have a YouTube channel, and you know how people. Like there's like futurists and like economists and stuff like that. So I fancy myself as like a marketerist. So I pay attention to high level marketers. What are they doing with what's trending right now, right? So right now, in my opinion, based on my research, my continued research, we're entering a mini COVID. It's a mini COVID time. The big COVID forced you in the house.
Yeah.
The mini COVID is a vacuum of time that is very similar to the big COVID. What do I mean by that? Well, people are losing jobs. Corporations are minimizing their active payroll, which it is what it is, right? So there's a lot of firing going on. Recession, depression, right? So that means alcohol is going to be up, drugs is going to be up, porn's going to be up, screen time is going to be up, TV is going to be up, YouTube's going to be up. So if you are a creator, or if you're not a creator and you want to be a creator, or you have a product to serve, you're a business owner, you want to elevate your brand awareness, you want to get out to more people, now is a perfect time for you to build out a YouTube channel because we're in a vacuum right now, meaning there is a thing that happens every 1.5 to 2 years as we get closer to an election. So this thing's happening intentionally behind the scenes, unbeknownst to the major public on how what's going to be projected out there through the mass media is basically they're designing it. So what does that mean? That means because of the depression and a recession and a vacuum, there's going to be more people consuming information. So if you put yourself in a position where you're creating content on your product and your service, you're giving value, you're educating, you're sharing, you're dropping knowledge, you're dropping gems, you're even learning in real time. And the best way for you to learn is to implement. I learned something today. I read something. It's on the Imperfect Action Show this afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Or I learned something an hour ago. It's on the Imperfect Action Show. Or me and T talked about something. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow, right? So you learn. You're actively learning. What does that do? That consistency and you learning more, and then you sharing on this platform is gonna grow your reach. Yeah. It's gonna grow your reach. And every business needs a content channel. They will tell you this needs a content department. They will tell you this in real time. Like
exactly.
If you're starting a brand new business, you need a content channel because that's how people are purchasing. They're purchasing based off of you. They're not purchasing based off of a sole brand, and you are the brand. So by you being the brand, I can go to T's channel. He's always talking about, boom, boom, boom. So they know where they can go to get the information.
Yeah.
You're branding yourself in real time. Your channel's findable. You got your links in your bio. And don't even worry about the Google AdSense money, the YouTube money. You can make affiliate marketing money, digital product money, collaboration money. There's just so many different ways that you can
So
actually
many
make
ways.
money. So that's why all y'all need a channel. So if you don't have a channel, use this Thanksgiving and Black Friday weekend to take a break, take 10, 15, 20 minutes and build out a YouTube channel. Don't worry about having a banner. Just use your Google account. That's free. Open up a YouTube channel and post your first video.
There you go. I think, you know, when you look at there's so many content creators out there, and they're good for the rest of their lives just because they got into the rhythm of posting on YouTube, posting vlogs and posting pieces of content about the business, because it's almost like a continuous, it's like a movie that's continuing. It's got cliffhangers, it's got he got pregnant and the business, you know. So, and we're seeing it more and more from the Casey Neistats to the
Casey Neistat.
Yeah, to the Gary V's, to the who's. Like when you think about YouTube, that's a permanent search engine. So basically, somebody can come in and watch a video from 7 years ago, or a video that you have that just came out today. But ultimately, and then it's also a funnel, because somebody can watch a video back then and be like, "Oh, this was dope. Let me watch this. Let me boom, 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 boom." So they watch. That's what you need, people to get to know who you are.
Yeah, they will binge your shit.
Yeah, I can't buy from you if I don't know who you are. Especially the higher cost you have, that's something that's priced. I have to get to know you first. Yeah. But if I watch hours and hours and hours of your content on YouTube, I don't mind paying for your $10,000 program, your $50,000 program, because I feel like I'm connected to you because of all the content. That's why Gary Vee, he don't necessarily market himself, but then you have companies like Pepsi and Coca-Cola and all kinds of stuff, Bud Light being like, "Hey, we want to give you this multi-million-dollar contract to do our marketing," because he's everywhere.
100%, man. So with that being the case, Imperfect Action Show was designed to be 30 minutes long. We went over, which is fine because we're giving you guys some game, give you guys some value. Yeah. It is Thanksgiving. And in the spirit of content, this episode will be replaying on YouTube immediately as soon as we are out of the studio. I want to appreciate my guest Tulu for hopping on. Look forward to doing a part 2 on webinars, going a little bit deeper in the future. Just wanted to make sure that we showed up for you guys today. Do me a favor, text the word action to 213-410-4920 if you have any questions about the community. And T, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, and everything like that.
Yes. Go to my Instagram. It's there. It's plugged in. Tolu, TOLU.OWOYEMI. What I got coming up, guys, is webinars, and a whole bunch of webinars. Stay tuned. I always release trainings. Subscribe to my email list for, you know, what's coming down the line. But really, it's webinars, man. We plugged in.
100%, man. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for tapping in. Imperfect Action Show's back on Tuesday, but tomorrow's Friday. I might pop up on y'all again. Who knows what it is? You know what I'm saying? Imperfect Action Show. We don't necessarily follow schedules on here. I mean, we do, but we don't at the same time. We feel like over-delivering. We over-delivering. So listen, enjoy the rest of y'all day. Hopefully you're not spending all your money on Black Friday. Spend some money to invest in you. Do something that's gonna change your situation and help you to become the best version of you in the future. And on behalf of my guy and myself, we'll see you guys on another episode. Peace.
Do something that's going to change the way you think about the way you think.
Yo, that's fire. That's fire. Listen, I put it up there too. Is that your quote? Is that a you quote?
It was.
Because I quoted you. Listen, I put it right there. Look, I quoted you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take it, man. One of the billionaires said it, but I'm gonna snatch it up. That's my quote right there. Tolu OEM.
Spend right money. There, look, we put it right there for you guys to see it. I appreciate everyone from pulling up. We'll see you guys tomorrow or Tuesday or whatever the case is gonna be. Imperfect Action Show. Peace.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all take care now. God